10 things to know before your trip to Japan. Welcome to Japan. This is your Japan Concierge. Today, I would like to share a few important tips for those planning to visit our country. If you are watching this video, it means you have an interest in Japan. For that, thank you. According to a recent study, people who are interested in Japan are more likely to live wonderful lives than those who are not. I cannot quite remember which study it was, but please don't worry. While I may have forgotten, the Japanese possess a remarkably useful skill. I feel like I heard that somewhere, so it is probably true. In any case, one thing is certain. If you are watching this video, you are already an excellent guest. Many Japanese people, when asked, "What makes Japan special?" will simply answer, "Well, our convenience stores are convenient." The things we take for granted are often the very things that surprise visitors from abroad. Some of you may be packing your suitcase right now. Others may be watching this on the airplane. And a few of you may be making what is arguably the most important travel plan of all. How many bowls of ramen can I eat? To all of you, there are a few things worth knowing before you stay. Japan is safe, Japan is clean, the food is excellent, even late-night convenience stores feel secure. Train station restrooms are often astonishingly spotless, and somehow, before you know it, you find yourself eating 5 meals a day. However, Japan also has many customs that even Japanese people occasionally look at and think, "Why is this considered normal?" None of them are life-threatening if you do not know them, but they may cause a special type of event known as quiet confusion from everyone around you. To help make your stay more comfortable and enjoyable, your concierge has prepared 10 helpful tips. Shall we begin? Tip 1. Tipping is not necessary. Let us start with something important. Japan doesn't have a tipping culture. If you finish a meal at the restaurant, leave extra money on the table, and cheerfully say, "Great service," there is a good chance a staff member will run after you, and they may be surprisingly determined. Then they will say, "Excuse me, you forgot something." Yes, your tip may be treated as a lost property. Many visitors find this surprising. They really want it, give it back? In Japan, good service is generally viewed not as an optional extra, but as something already included. Of course, we still appreciate gratitude. A simple smile and a sincere "thank you" can make someone's day. It restores our energy, possibly our health points as well. Incidentally, this channel doesn't require tips either. However, subscribing would make us about as happy as receiving a complimentary extra large serving of ramen. Tip 2. You may need to remove your shoes more often than expected. Most visitors know that shoes are removed in certain places. The challenge is knowing where. Traditional inns, guest houses, private homes, Japanese restaurants, schools, hospitals, fitting rooms, and sometimes temples. The list is longer than many people expect. If you see a raised step at an entrance, consider the possibility that shoes should come off. The instinct is often correct, and once you remove them, it is customary to place them neatly together. Why? To be honest, many of us are not entirely sure. We have simply been doing it since childhood. When in doubt, look at what everyone else is wearing on their feet. The answer is usually there. Tip 3. Trains are like giant moving libraries. One of the first things visitors notice about Japanese trains is how quiet they are. Remarkably quiet. especially during rush hour. Even with hundreds of passengers, there is often very little conversation. It can feel like a giant moving library. Traveling with friends is exciting. Naturally, conversations become lively. We understand completely, but lowering your voice just a little is considered thoughtful and elegant. Many people also avoid phone calls while on the train. If your phone rings, simply, "I'll call you back later," is perfectly sufficient. If an enthusiastic, full-volume conversation suddenly begins, the atmosphere around you may cool noticeably. No one will complain. No one will say anything. The air simply becomes colder. Japan occasionally produces a silence that is colder than a freezer. Tip 4. Finding a trash bin is a side quest. Japan is famously clean. Yet public trash bins can be surprisingly difficult to find. Very difficult. There must be one around the next corner. There is not. Surely the station has one. Perhaps not. At least there will be one outside the convenience store. Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes you can walk for 15 minutes without finding one. At the point, your journey has become a side quest. What do Japanese people do? We simply carry our trash home. It does seem a little unusual, but that is the Japanese way. Before long, you may develop a surprisingly close relationship with an empty plastic bottle. In some cases, it may accompany you all the way from Tokyo to Kyoto. Tip 5. Queuing is an important part of the culture. Japanese people line up very diligently for trains, cash registers, elevators, restrooms, ramen shops. For popular establishments, the queue can become so long that you begin to wonder, is this actually a theme park? The remarkable thing is that very few people complain. In fact, many people think, if that many people are waiting, it must be excellent, which often makes the line even longer. If you see a queue, simply join the end. That is usually the correct answer. Occasionally, a curious phenomenon occurs. What is this line for? I'm not sure. Neither am I. Let's wait anyway. One thing to avoid is cutting in line. No one will shout. No one will confront you. But everyone will notice. Absolutely everyone. Tip 6. Japan is where the future and the past live together. Japan is a highly advanced country. Robots, bullet trains, toilets that seem decades ahead of their time. And then, without warning, cash only. Visitors are understandably confused. There are robot hotels. There are valet trains. Even the toilets are futuristic. Yes, and yet, cash-only businesses still exist. That is Japan. The future and the Showa era coexist surprisingly well. Smaller shops and rural areas may still prefer cash. Keeping some on hand is always a wise idea. Tip 7. If you have tattoos, check ahead. In many countries, tattoos are completely ordinary. Japan has a somewhat different history. As a result, some hot springs and public baths still have restrictions regarding tattoos. This is not intended as a personal judgment. It is simply a culture difference. Fortunately, the number of tattoo-friendly facilities continues to grow. Still, checking in advance is highly recommended. A few minutes of research can help avoid the disappointment of arriving at the hot spring you have been looking forward to, only to discover you cannot enter. Tips 8. Eating while walking depends on the area. Japanese food is incredibly tempting. We understand the urge to enjoy it while strolling through the streets. However, in many parts of Japan, People generally eat near the place where they purchase the food and continue walking afterward. Festivals and food stalls are often exceptions, but in everyday situations, people tend to stop and enjoy their meal first. The reason is surprisingly simple. They want to focus on the food. They want to savor it. They want a moment to quietly think, "This is delicious." Walking while eating can feel like a missed opportunity. Tip 9. Maybe next time can be complicated. Japanese people do not always say no directly. You may hear phrases such as, "That may be a little difficult. We will consider it." Maybe next time, if the opportunity arises. In many situations, these expressions actually mean no. This doesn't mean anyone is angry, nor does it mean they dislike you. Often, it is simply an effort to avoid hurting someone's feelings. Conversations in Japan can occasionally feel like a detective game. The words matter, but so do facial expressions, the atmosphere, the context, the subtle cues. Once you become familiar with them, it can be quite fascinating. Tip 10. Japanese toilets may have arrived from the future. Our final tip. Japanese toilets are famously advanced. They are clean, quiet, comfortable. The challenge is the number of buttons. The first encounter can be overwhelming. You pause, you stare, and you wonder, which button should I press? What does this one do? Will this change my life? Rest assured, most buttons are harmless. They are unlikely to damage anything. They probably will not change your life. However, when you return home, you may find yourself wondering, why does my toilet seem so basic now? Final thoughts. Japan is a place that is a little unusual, a little complicated, and occasionally filled with rules that seem mysterious even to Japanese people. Yet, at its heart, it is a very welcoming country. We are not perfect. Japanese people make mistakes too. We board the wrong train. We forget our wallets. We splash ramen broth onto our clothes. I do that as well. But many people here very try to be considerate of those around them. That is why you will often find kindness extended to visitors. If you have watched this video, you are already well prepared. The next confused traveler may not be. If you see someone struggling, perhaps you can share a few of these tips with them. At that moment, you will have become a seasoned guest of Japan. Please laugh often. Take plenty of photographs. And enjoy as much delicious food as possible. If you eat a little too much, do not worry. That happens to most people in Japan. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we would greatly appreciate your subscription and support. We look forward to welcoming you to Japan in the near future. Safe travels and see you soon.